Unfortunately, all of the Dragon Friends were killed, and Tomb of Annihilation is over.
Yep, that's how all the campaigns end.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that.
Well, no, what's actually happened is that you're about to watch season 2 of our Tomb of Annihilation show.
That's right, and you can, if you're starting now, you can actually watch all of season 1 on YouTube or on Twitch. It's all there, just on the Dungeons and Dragons channels.
We actually recorded this and the next couple in a massive marathon. It was
inadvisably long. We thought we could do 4 episodes back to back.
Yeah, we did do 4.
Yeah, we did. It almost killed us.
It almost killed us. We did it at this little venue. We played for about 8 or 9 hours straight. Anyway, point is, the first episode has been lost to time.
Lost to shoddy recording practices is probably fair.
Sure.
It was the first time we tried, and unfortunately we can't save it. The next 3 episodes, which you'll be happy to know, we were drunker, more panicked, and more disheveled.
Well, you're about to watch one of them now.
You are, and over the next 3 weeks, you're going to see more and more of this content.
And if anything, the quality of them is too high.
Yeah, I think so. We set the bar.
It's too crisp. So we just wanted to bring you up to speed on what has happened in the lost episode.
That's right.
And then you didn't miss anything. There was no gags, no jokes, no memorable characters.
Okay, well, some of us worked quite hard.
It was a real hot mess.
All right.
In a way.
So the Dragon Friends, at the end of season 1, had found themselves at the gates of the lost city of Omu, which is a place of great interest to the Chultans. This is the old ancient capital, and it has been lost, stricken from every map, and unfound until now. The Dragon Friends had got there, but they didn't get there first. Justin the Terrible, a warlock from season 1, has arrived, and using a powerful old spell, has risen the old protector of the city, Raz Nasi. And
half snake, half man.
He is half. Well done.
Thank you.
Risen him from the dead, and using the same spell, trapped Princess Waxanare and her idiot brother Na.
You remember them as bird monarchs.
Fair. In Gemstone, the Dragon Friends then can watch only powerlessly as, for the first time in over 100 years, the many tumblers and locks that lock the city open, and Raz Nasi and Justin's Warlock and Yuan-Ti followers follow him into the city.
So they go into the city. The Dragon Friends are knocked out for a spell.
They are, and when they
by a spell as well, and then they wake up. Justin is nowhere to be seen. And
instead they've met a character called Lord Brixton, who you're going to see in this episode. Now, he is a fellow member of the Waterdavian Historical Society who, with his Brotherhood of the Yellow Banner stalwarts, has come to the city to find 9 temples. Each of them important to the Omuan recent religion of the trickster gods. And to find inside them Chultan puzzle cubes.
Shrines, if you will.
Shrines, exactly.
Puzzling shrines.
Look, every time I kick the table, look what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how kicking stuff works.
Probably shouldn't do that. The first of these shrines has been found. The Shrine of Wongo was entered by the Dragon Friends. I think Simon is now been turned into a pig.
I think that's the case. If Simon's a pig, that's why.
If Simon's not a pig, ignore that, doesn't come up again.
Yeah.
We should have watched the episode, but the audio was just that bad we couldn't.
Yeah.
Other than that, Lord Brixton's found a cube as well. 7 remain, and the city lies open. And to find out what happens next, tune into this episode, which is to say, don't go anywhere.
Yes. Is there anything else?
I think we eat burgers in this episode?
No. We were so hungry. It comes later.
All right.
But we'll be in the comments. And so if stuff doesn't make sense, at least one of us will be.
Yeah, 100%.
You can ask us. But, yeah.
Bye!
Bye!
All right, to recap, the Dragon Friends have found themselves in what was once the shining city of Omu, but cursed and fallen from Ubtau's favor. You now instead walk in a ruin of the dead. 9 trickster gods were the only salvation for Omu after Ubtau abandoned its people, and one of those trickster gods, Wongo, his shrine you have already bested. Using, a charitable version of the definition of bested.
You know that saying that people had where it's like, you know, when Donald Trump was getting elected and it was like, debating when Donald Trump is like playing chess with
eight-dimensional chess?
No, he's like playing chess with a pigeon in that it doesn't know the rules but it knocks over the board and thinks it's won. that is what these puzzles are to the Dragon Friends.
Nevertheless, Wongo's puzzle cube, I'm going to give to you now, Friezo. These cards represent the cubes. And that is...
In a way, that is a cube.
Yeah.
No,
It's just,
no.
it's just a very skinny one.
No,
That's cube, no.
Not important, not important.
It's not even...
Pick your
not
battles,
even
Michael. Just...
It's just... Okay, I've got the bingo for Hing gets angry about Aristotelian solids. So that's exciting. However,
maths.
you have also seen another cube, but only briefly, for Lord Brixton held it, and that was a figure of a leopard with snakes in its mane. Which is,
But we don't have that. He has that.
He has that.
By
By the way,
not
all
dead.
this design has been done by Simon Griner, which is pretty great.
Yeah, these are some,
I actually did it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Alex.
No worries.
Lord Brixton is there with two of his compatriots, a sallow, scowling rogue with one arm and a gormless youth with no chin, and the vestments of a cleric of Mistra who have had little to say for themselves as of yet. Lord Brixton had much to say, ex-curator of the Waterdavian Historical Society. He has proposed to you a wager that perhaps the two of your
all he
parties
did. That's all
may
he did.
find, may race each other to find the 9 shrines and uncover the 9 cubes.
Just a bit of fun.
Underneath the city. Very sportingly, he reminded you that he meant you no harm, gave you some free information, and we start with Filge throwing a javelin in his face.
Yes, so should I roll for that?
You
Dave?
should roll for that. That is...
In his eye. That's a 19.
That's a 19.
Oh my God.
All right.
Don't make that noise.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So your javelin fires true and thonks into him, and his mustache bristles strangely as he takes 8 hit points of damage, and he feels quizzically at the javelin that is in him and looks at you, and then in a truly mad moment starts to laugh.
He goes, I like her. Who's she?
He's
Me,
losing a lot of blood.
Filge. So, we get a head start.
Well, I suppose you bloody do. I'd better get this cleaned up.
And he goes, I better get this cleaned up. Oh, Chesterfield, attend me. And his cleric comes and starts casting a healing spell on him while he keeps slapping his sort of thigh. Because he has a cleric, he's not so scared and he's impressed by your moxie.
Right in the chest it went. Doing.
Hey, Friezo, if we get stuck, if he likes to wager him that you can get the pig to do a thing, and then he'll just think it's an ordinary pig, and we can win some stuff.
So I looked at Lord Brixton and go, the pig's not saying anything. Wink!
You, I'm not sure about.
However, at this point, Chesterfield has finished his incantation, and to play Chesterfield, that sallow youth, please welcome to the stage from the Axis of Awesome, our friend who she once played Kithesy on this very podcast, Jordan Rascobolas!
Hello!
I have a character sheet for you, Jordan. We're going to have a couple of our friends on season 2, just to make it a bit
Character sheet for me too. You gave it to me earlier.
great. So you're all set.
Yeah.
You named the character.
I did.
It was Chesterfield. Was that right?
Chesterfield, sofa.
Where does that name from?
Sorry?
Where's that name
Chesterfield is a family name. And sofa is also a family name.
So Chesterfield's sofa,
Yeah.
as I said, is a quite young cleric of Mistra, the same temples that you were raised in, Friezo.
Oh, that's why I recognise that name.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
Great. And Chesterfield, is known in the divine magics of Mistra's grace.
Hey, so if we find more cubes before you find more cubes, then we get all of the cubes.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that, but that makes things a little bit interesting, doesn't it? Yes, of course.
Well, what
Wait.
was your wager going to be?
I don't know.
And you die. No.
A nice meal at a mid-priced restaurant.
All right,
No, nothing
but
too fancy, but
drinks included or no?
yeah, sure, within reason. That's what I was
What do you say within reason? I mean, what's reasonable for me might not be reasonable for you. So we should like really spell this
All right,
out now.
a bottle of wine between 2.
Well, so I've got to take you to dinner if I win.
No, I'm just saying.
Can I go to dinner without you if I win?
Yeah, you
And
could.
you'll just give me the money?
Yeah, well, I'll give you a voucher.
Are you getting towards? Can I just have the money?
Yeah, just give me the cash.
I'll give you a voucher.
A voucher to what? To any restaurant?
You pick a restaurant and I'll call them up. And they'll let you know when
Look,
you...
anyway.
The cubes.
No, whoever has the most cubes gets all the cubes, and that means they get...
Whoever has the most cubes gets all the cubes.
Yes, that is how the wager works.
Yes.
If you have more cubes than
And
me,
a meal at a reasonably priced restaurant
and half a bottle of wine.
per person.
Do we all get to go out to the restaurant?
Or just one of us from our party.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's only fair because I've got me and Chesterfield here and also...
Druthers.
And Druthers.
Druthers scowls. Druthers...
So there's 3 of us, so I think it's fair that 3 of you can come.
Yes, and whoever's left over, they pay for themselves, or you could split it. So you each pay 1/4 of one
Now, hang on.
person's. Is the maths right?
Yeah, Chesterfield is taking out a small abacus.
My calculatrix.
Simon is momentarily distracted because burgers have arrived, and he wants his burger.
Unbelievable,
If they're handing
unbelievable.
them out.
Like a dog that has...
A pig.
Like a pig that you have turned into.
Oh yeah, he's a pig.
Turned
We
into a
should deal
pig,
with
Jordan.
that.
I don't know if you got that.
Anyway, we
You
should
don't
make
need to know
camp
that.
for the night. It's getting dark.
Are you inviting... Is Lord Brixton inviting them to camp?
Yeah, I'm like, but keep a bloody eye on her. No, but do keep an eye.
Are you going to join Lord Brixton and the company of the Yellow Banner in their camp?
Yeah, they seem nice.
Yeah, they probably got better food than we do. Nobody can understand what I'm saying.
And we can do some sabotage. We can do
Oh,
some
bring your
sabotage.
pig too. That'll be nice. You know, we can cook him up. Really
Oink.
good.
No.
How much for the pig?
A reasonably priced
Friezo.
deal at a restaurant.
How many cubes have you got so far?
Oh, just the one. You see,
Okay,
like,
well, no, the pig is not for sale. The pig is my companion.
Oh,
Not like
like
that.
a
Not like
familiar.
that.
I voted
pig
yes.
shakes its
It's
head.
fine.
No, he's just a beautiful pig with a mustache.
The pig puts its paw over its head like that and goes like,
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Does it do that sort of stuff often?
Yeah,
the pig nods.
in fact, I'd wager you a cube. The pig is smarter than you.
All right. Can I wager him the cube that the pig is smarter than me?
No, the wager has been
All right, I just love a wager.
exhaustively set up.
Okay,
Give me
well,
a program.
I mean, if you can think of something to bet, I'll wager the pig is smarter than you.
Look, we mustn't get sidetracked. We've got a lot to do, lots of cubes to find.
So you follow to the camp, and the Brotherhood have made camp in the old souk. That is the old sort of marketplace, the wet markets. That
What's a wet market?
It's where we.
It's
an
like
underwater market.
It's a sexy sort of
We've
where people weigh on
100%
each other.
done this in Seattle. We've had this conversation.
What, we went to a wet market?
No, we talked about
Went to a wet market without me?
in Port Nyanzaru.
Yeah, they throw the fish at you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's a Seattle reference.
But they've made sort of their camp in the wet markets, and they have put a sort of a banner with a big yellow cloth floating from it.
Yep.
Sorry?
Jordan's
No,
laughing at the phrase "big yellow," I believe.
Yeah.
Because
Big yellow cloth. It's just at a wet market. It's
Yes.
just very.
Wait, Simon's doing some charming clowning.
it's like the bird drinking the water.
And you can tell that they have only recently arrived, for it has not been long that the city has been open.
Do these guys have any servants to set up their camp?
Yeah, they
there's
have-
4 of them, but they've brought
They've brought about an obscene number of servants from Port Nyanzaru. They have trackers, they have beaters, they have
Seekers,
bludgers, keepers.
bludgers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
All the balls.
yeah, a golden snitch.
Yeah,
And
Voldemort.
They are, so they've obviously are used to traveling in comfort, and in fact, Lord Brixton invites you into his own tent, which is big enough for about 4 people.
Yes, come in.
And it's full of sofas and
Chesterfields.
a functioning
Yeah,
toilet.
But that's my family. All this-
Has anyone noticed that Benny has put it on a loop and gone off stage?
Now that's the drinky.
While everyone else is sleeping, because Freeze only sleeps. For 4
we
hours a
haven't
night.
slept yet.
I thought we were taking a rest.
No, I've invited you into the tent.
Oh.
We're going into the tent.
We immediately fall asleep.
All right. Frieza's going to cast invisibility.
While we walk into the tent.
No, when he gets in the tent, he's gonna while everyone else is chatting, he's gonna cast invisibility.
Can we take this at the time that it's being played?
What do you mean?
Like, if you have anything you want to do in the future, just jot that down.
Oh, I thought we were all in the tent so far. Sorry, I apologize. No. What we discussed at the start is that Friezo's spell slots, he only gets 2 of them, but they reset
on short rests.
On short rest. So like whenever he's not fighting.
Which is we've been very wrong about for a very long time.
Yes.
So
it's several years into this campaign.
It is surprising that Wizards of the Coast let us do this because we are very bad at the rules.
I mean, first the steam monsters and now this. I mean, really.
So you're going to cast invisibility on yourself the moment you walk into the room.
Well, no, just at a moment when no one's watching, he's going to do it so he can go and search.
Well, you keep listening, champ, while Brixton talks to you, and if you think you've found the moment when he's not paying attention,
enough to not notice somebody.
Just shout invisibility.
Is the pig in the room?
Yeah, I said they could bring the pig.
No.
Oh no.
No, pig's in the room.
Well, look.
You know how I feel about pigs.
No, well,
You just wanted
they're
to buy
untrustworthy.
I look up at it.
They look at you strange.
Look, technically speaking,
I'm paying for this.
I know. Yes, very good. Technically speaking, Chesterfield's family is bankrolling a fair portion of this, by which I mean all of it. So, yes.
It is still let us not forget that the Historical Society said, I am running this expedition.
Let's not forget that, yes, very much so. So the pig, yes, you're not
it's
wrong.
It's #1 rule.
It is the #1 rule. I forgot that. So the pig remains outside.
What if we put shoes on the pig?
What if they put shoes on the pig?
What
kind of shoes?
Made of tent canvas.
I don't think you're going to like this. Shoes made of tent canvas?
No,
is that going to be? No, that's not going to work.
I've got shoes.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a. Should we bring out the shoes?
Can we use your shoes to put on the pig?
You cannot.
That's a little bit of Gandalf.
Oh, that's an outrage. No, I've got. What size foot have the pig?
What size hoof? He looks like about a size 3
It's
hoof.
a trotter.
Yeah, 3.
You'd want some baby shoes never worn, basically.
Mr. Trotter.
So while this is
size 3 peak size.
While they're putting shoes on a
Congratulations,
pig,
you have found the moment where no one is paying attention to Friezo, and you immedially slip into invisibility.
Where the devil did... Oh, well, anyway,
And
what sort of shoes?
Just going to quickly, wait, what's your passive perception?
Percepzione.
11, and yours, Brixton's is 12, so yeah, you're fine. Okay, you go invisible. you guys aren't going to roll the dice while you're eating a burger, are you?
This wasn't on mic, but Alex said, "I don't have fingies."
Okay, so you slip invisible, and now you're invisible in the tent.
Cool. So Friezo is going now. Does invisibility work that everything I touch and put inside my cloak becomes invisible as well?
Yeah. So
You have to put it in your body.
you have to put it in your body.
You have to put it in your body.
Okay. Well, basically, I want to go and collect some more scraps of wood and stuff.
Put them in your body.
Stop saying that. Scraps of wood.
In
Yeah,
your
and I'm
body.
going to put them inside my cloak, which is invisible, so that they're also
So
invisible.
why are you going to find scraps of wood inside a beautiful tent?
No, I'm going to go around the camp.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you just leave.
And while you're out there, can you put microscopic holes in all their air mattresses so they deflate at about 4 a.m. and they get a really bad sleep?
Once again, they've been nothing but nice to you.
Yes, I can do that. I will do that as well.
All right, so you sabotage some mattresses, and yeah, you pick up splinters, I suppose. and
Like just random bits of carpentry, like offcuts of wood and
random
stuff.
bits of wood.
You know, just like
Some of the boughs that fell down.
I
probably.
feel like you're about to do a sneaky thing, but
I'm already invisible collecting wood, Dave.
all right, you collect some wood, and nobody notices that you're gone. Brixton, however, and at this point, Chesterfield they pull out of a small chest, I suppose, the shoes.
Yeah, a number of shoes.
Yes, look at these. You've got some flats.
Yeah, we've got some pumps.
Yes.
We've got some
Sneakers,
docks.
little
They're not official docks. They're knockoffs. You
Are
don't
these,
get
are these all pig-sized?
the various sizes.
Me gonna let the pig sniff the ones pig wants to wear.
You know it's Bobby.
Yeah, but I'm not giving it away.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I just the ones that seem most sensible, I sniff.
Docks.
Yeah. All right. We
Knockoff docks. We put Bobby in little knockoff docks. So now he's a pig with a moustache wearing Doc Martens.
All right. So
On all 4 feet or just the back
just
feet?
the back feet.
Okay.
Also, he's got to like...
Yeah.
So you don't have.
Wait,
a
I'm
pro-
walking
you
on my
don't-
hind legs
You don't
now?
have a problem with the front feet.
Well, they're like hands. You don't wear shoes on your hands, you wear gloves. And then I pull out a chest of different gloves, and we're going to do gloves next.
Great, okay. So eventually...
But I've also got pants for the pig, but the pants actually have 4 legs. So they...
Oh, it's like a place.
So this is the if the pig wore pants question.
Yeah.
Answered. That it would
There's
be
a little belt just under the pig's chin.
No, it goes all the way around. If you look at my
Do you require
diagram,
the pig to wear pants? Yes. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, just under the chin.
Yeah.
And gloves on your hands and Doc Martens on your
What's
feet.
interesting about this is we weren't meant to clothe the pig for another episode, so we're really far ahead
That's
according to the
Alright.
official story notes.
Is there a shirt for the pig
The
for the
night,
top?
the sun is starting to set, and the jungle sounds are becoming nocturnal as some of the native guides and assistants start setting fires and lighting torches on stakes around the camp.
And are they all still, except for Friezo, are they still in the tent with me?
You're still in the tent, and he now offers each of you a delicate decanter of brandy.
And some snuff? You want snuff?
Are we doing tribal council tonight?
No, that's
We're
later.
gonna vote someone
I know
off?
it's a fun game. But what he does is he picks one of the people and we extinguish the torch, and they have to go into the jungle, and that's the.
And then we vote one of them off.
One of them off.
And they go off and they don't come back.
It's a bit of fun. I'm not. For
Sometimes
it.
we find their bones. like
Yes,
that.
we do. It's a horrible thing.
Make shoes out of them.
I'm a bit frightened of him. Anyway, I have something rather interesting to show you, which I think you will bloody love. Lost City of Omu and all this business, lost secrets and everything. Come with me.
And he takes each of you, still swilling his brandy, and gestures for you to follow him out into the souk.
I follow.
All right.
What's a souk?
Wet market.
It's a wet market.
It's where people wee on each other.
Oh, okay, no.
As he walks you out, you find your way towards a site where excavation is occurring, and people are digging out a huge tablet that has been lost for a long time, obviously under the ground. And while you are arriving, I cut to you, Friezo, because you've only had invisibility for about 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, so is that tent now empty?
Yes, but you separated from the party.
So I'm going to go back into the tent where everyone was, which is now empty.
So you're going to try and sneak your way into the tent?
Yes.
All right, make for me a stealth check.
Humana.
Nobody is guarding.
Oh, no, it didn't come through.
Whack it.
So he's no longer invisible?
Wait, did Justin bring these guys along?
No.
How do they happen to be here?
But we still have
should
Mike on
ask.
with us.
That is a good question to ask.
It's 13 plus 2 is 15.
13, okay, that is enough. So you make your way into the tent, and now you are inside by yourself,
Cool.
Lord Brixton's tent. But it's semi-open. It's sort of like a kind of day tent.
Cool.
So
Can I close the flaps?
that would be noticeable. You're sort of stuck inside at the moment, and you're in the sides of the tent.
Okay, cool. I'll go around the outside of the tent so no one can see me. And I'm just going to snoop around.
Is there any light in the tent? Like, is it projecting a big shadow?
Sort of a
Only-
Prince of Thieves style.
Only if you get to the back of the wall. So now, you find your way in, and you're amongst. You can see his bed. You can see his.
I want to find a map. I'm going to look for a map.
Yep, his whiskey cabinet. and
Where all the... I'm going to look for a map where all the... puzzle cubes are marked on already.
Okay, now that's interesting. So Waterdamian Historical Society actually came by air, and they were able to draw a map that is not as pretty as the map that you have, but is still very functional. And they have started to mark buildings. And I think I actually have a copy of their map here, which is now you are able to. Are you just going to steal it?
Yes.
All right, so that's yours.
Thank
is the
you.
same map, but it has certain buildings have been highlighted.
Cool.
Where are we
Now,
on this map right now,
While
Dave?
this is happening, I'm going to... do I have time to make a secondary map, a forged map, with different buildings highlighted to send them to the wrong places?
Yeah, there's some paper around, and this is pretty
Cool.
crudely drawn.
That
Right,
does
so-
rely on them not remembering.
Yeah,
what they've
that's
done.
fine. I'm going to circle, and one of the places I'm going to circle is going to be the palace,
Palace.
where all the guards are, and Justin is doing his like.
So you're going to change. You're going to circle different buildings, including.
So I'll leave the ones we've already been to, like the monkey one and the leopard one.
Yep,
Still,
they've
will
drawn
still
a
remain.
leopard next to one
Yep.
of them, so you know.
So those both will remain, and the other 5, I will just 4 of them I'll change just to random places, and one of them I will change to that particular palace.
Great. Okay. So while you are doing that, meanwhile we go back to the rest of you.
Well, I just realized that because Friezo decided on his own to just go off on his own, I have nobody to talk to.
No. They also decided not to tell you that you're not a pig, so nobody's talking to you either. They're just dressing you up. which is what you do to pigs in fantasy worlds, apparently. So at this point, Brixton.
And I'll make my way back to them now.
Well, sure, but because it takes a while to draw a map.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Brixton indicates expansively with his goblet at the junior warlock that is tied to your chest, Filch, and goes, "So what's all he about? What's he all about?"
Yeah, so what's his business?
Oh, that my son.
What?
That my son. His name is Daikon.
You let
I
your
named him
son
after
join
my
the
favourite
Black
radish.
Guard?
Oh no, he's not in the Black Guard.
Halloween costume.
What's Halloween?
It's
He cosplaying.
yeah, he just he liked to dress up as things that scare him, so he can overcome his fears.
Is that true, young man? Oh wait.
Well, firstly, it's Mycon.
Yeah.
And I put my hand on his leg.
His broken leg.
Yeah, just to remind him who's boss.
Yeah, that's true. I like to dress up as things. It's nice.
What your interest in the Black Guard, Brixton?
I just know those blighters are around here somewhere. Got to be very careful.
Those what?
Those blighters.
Blighters.
As he said that, you have arrived at the center of the excavation site, and he pulls a lantern from a pole and he holds it up, and you can see that at great personal cost by all of the actual manual laborers with the camp, they have managed to pull upright this giant tablet, and with his lantern you can see a beautiful story that has been carved in cuneiform all across the tablet from the top left-hand corner in rows, telling a story.
Ooh.
Copper bloody squizit this.
Cuneiform? What language cuneiform?
These are
Sumerian?
Pictures?
Well, these are just sort of you don't recognize the language, but you can recognize the shapes of people and
Oh, it's like pictographs.
pictographs. Yeah.
Is it like a
Kumon.
rebus?
Oh, that's what I meant.
You said Kumon?
Yeah.
All right.
What does it say?
Well, if you look at this, look, we haven't had a lot.
Do the voice. Put the mask on. Do the smoking. Do that one. You know the.
Yeah, I'll do it, and then
Do
he
it.
does it really quickly. Smoking, and then.
No, do the story and the. As the god, do the story like the god, like you did for me before. I'm paying for this.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm paying for this.
And one of Chesterfield's people brings out a very shitty Ubtao mask.
He goes,
I made that.
"Hello, I'm Ubtao, the god.
It's so funny.
It is funny.
I preside over all my people, and I love them very much." And then you'll see here that that's sort of what this panel is all about. Next,
Do the catchphrase.
I love Umu, is what he says.
That's not the catchphrase.
Smoking.
Yes.
Anyway, then you can see here the Umuans going into slavery, squabbling amongst themselves, squabbling along the rival clans.
Breaking character.
And I'm so mad, and I'm so cross, and I'm so upset. So I'm going to leave, and he leaves in a big huff. Huff, 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 huff.
And as he goes on to tell the story that once Ubtao hardened his heart and swore that he would weep for the people of Umu no longer as they dabbled in slavery and warfare, he abandoned them. And their priests lost their magic, the rains stopped, their crops dried up and died, and the city of Omu fell into rack and ruin. And it was, for a long time, it was thought to be the end of the city, but it was only through the 9 gods that came in Ubtao's absence that the city was able to bring life back where Ubtao's grace had left it.
And they called this period the Ubtao Funk.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't call it.
Ubtao Funk, gonna give it to you.
Absolutely did not.
Ubtao Funk.
And as he shows you the... It says,
Like a dragon friend wanted to retire, man.
And Brixton says, but this isn't even the most interesting thing about this, so we're still deciphering it. Have a look at this. And he reaches and he traces his hand along the sigils until he gets to somewhere on the sort of the first morning after Ubtao's appearance in the cuneiform, in the pictograms, and he presses. And an entire sort of on hairline lines, a square in the tablet recedes back until it forms a socket, the exact size of a picture cube. And with
Puzzle. Cube.
And with it, in 8 other places, also depressions appear. So there are 9 depressions along the tablet.
So of course,
9 or 7?
9.
You put your cube in there yet?
Yes, we have. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Put all sorts of things in there.
Yes, he's put all sorts of things in there.
What else?
A dick.
And that's about it.
You put your dick in there too.
Yes, well,
I
again.
gave you money for it.
Yes, you did. Yes, we've put the puzzle cube and both of our penises in there. It doesn't seem to do anything. But obviously our thinking...
Exhaustive academic research.
But of course our thinking is 9 puzzle cubes, 9 slots.
9 dicks.
9, well... we're actually yet to try 9 dicks at the same time, so that's...
Well, we've got more
But
people.
now that
I'll
you're-
certainly volunteer.
Maybe a pig dick. Because they're corkscrews.
I
Could be like a drill.
I just sort of run to the back of the crowd.
I think it's true of pig penises.
Yeah.
It's true of a duck.
Yeah, and a pig.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think of a pig tail.
Yeah, at the tail is like the dick.
No, the dick is
Actually,
also...
every animal's tail is like a dick.
Yeah.
That's just
Every
biology.
animal's tail is like a dick.
Every animal's tail and every animal's dick looks the same.
Yeah, look like a horse.
Like a whale.
Wait,
a whale
so-
tail is like.
Do monkeys then have prehensile dicks?
Just biology, man.
Yeah.
It's just biology.
Fucking look it up
That's
for
why
once in
cat
your
dicks
life.
have claws.
Read a fucking book.
Does that mean that 3/4 of the way down a snake dick there's a butthole?
Yes.
No, a snake's dick is just another snake.
So you see, says Lord Brixton, 9 puzzle cubes, 9 shrines, 9 gods that kept the people of Omu safe. I have a hankering that if we can find the other 7 and we place them in the right spots on this tablet, it's going to open up like a bloody door and there's going to be something great underneath. And if you find more than me, I'll let you have first crack at it. If I find more than you, you give me your cube and any others you find along the way. What do you say to that?
I thought we had a wager already.
Yeah, I'm just reiterating the terms of the way.
All right. I guess that's chill with me.
So we get the first go, but then how come if you should just get the first go? It should be even terms.
First go? What do you...
You said have the first crack at it.
But only if you find more cubes than he
Oh,
does.
sorry, I just mean you get to first pick of what's in there.
Okay. All right, deal.
All right, there's not a lot of bloody point looking around in the dark, so I suggest we retire to quarters. I think we've got something set up for you. And a nice little sty for your piggy friend, of course.
It's just like, a really awful, muddy, cold, windy
Also,
spot.
if any of you are wounded or otherwise...
Someone threw a javelin at you.
for example.
Hey, Friezo, the pig's wounded for 8 points. Let them know.
Oh, that pig looks bad. Maybe we should just eat it.
Has Friezo rejoined them?
Yeah, by this point you have sort of slotted in at the back.
Yeah. Oh, hello. I've been here the whole time.
And Friezo and I know each other?
No.
We just worship the same temple.
The god, Mr. the god of...
So I give Chesterfield the secret handshake.
Which looks like...
Very secretive. The rest of it you can't see. The rest of it is a series of winks.
Are you all right? God.
Chesterfield, my pig, delicious as he may appear, is not for eating. He requires some medical attention, though. Are you still a cleric?
Yes! I'm still a cleric.
As of like 30 minutes ago.
Yep, I wasn't sure if that was the other one. Do you know any pig healing? Do clerics, do they do vet science as well?
Hang on. Do you think that there are different cleric spells for pigs?
For humans and pigs?
Yeah,
well I'm wondering how the curse works.
I could heal a humanoid. I can't heal a pig.
Me have a question. What if some person had been, I don't know, cursed into being a pig?
Could you maybe dispel the curse?
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Okay, don't worry about it. Cool. No, it's fine. We should...
Because our friend was turned into a pig.
That you mean I've been dressing up a person?
And he's already wearing shoes, so now he's got double shoes on.
I thought you picked up my stuff.
Yes, look, I will dispel the polymorph spell on one condition. That I may dress the pig again beforehand so that when I dispel it, the person appears in an outrageous outfit.
Yes.
Deal.
Dragon
Agreed.
Hunter, and we all
Dragon
agree.
Hunter.
Agreed.
All right. So
I take
Chesterfield takes the pig away into.
I just take the shoes off the back feet and put them on the front feet.
That's it. And you're sitting there like,
I was like, ready? You ready for this? You ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh boy, can't wait.
And
I use Dispel Magic.
hey presto, change-o, and this spell is broken. And Bobby, you bounce naked as you rip through the pants into the center of the room. You have tiny little booties on the tips of your fingers.
And I just
They're on his hand.
shoes on
Oh,
his
they're on his hand.
yes,
and I just make my hands go limp and
Where-
let the
I
shoes
look
drop
around
off.
and like the other people aren't laughing enough, and I'm like,
like, oh yes, no, we all enjoyed that very much.
And all of the guides start laughing very, very loudly as well.
More like Bobby shoe hands.
Great work, Filch. Great work. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yes, very good.
hand cakes.
Mr.
That's better.
Lord Sofa, could you heal me
No,
of...
sorry. Yes, but Chesterfield is my surname, but we say it first. So.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Lord Chesterfield Sofa,
Yeah.
would you heal me of my ailments, my wounds? My buff chest is disturbed.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you just going to do a mass healing or something cool on everyone?
Some heals.
Yeah, well, like you guys actually, because you've got all your spell slots, so you spend some time healing everybody to max hit points. You're all able to enjoy a nice brandy and a night's sleep. And in fact, some pretty Spartan tents have been laid out for you.
Ooh, tartan.
Spartan.
Oh.
And there has been, and also fresh clothes if anyone wants it, because you are all dressed in midriffy rags.
Ooh, what are the clothes?
Yeah, what are the clothes like?
They're all yellow.
They're
Yellow onesies.
Yeah, well, this is the Brotherhood.
Is this a Wes Anderson film?
This is the company, of the Yellow Banner. So obviously,
All right, I'm
yellow.
going to switch out of my my canvas diaper into a yellow one.
I forgot you were wearing that.
They're not yellow onesies.
They
they're
are.
Jumpsuits.
the yellow onesies. I
Yeah,
guess
we all
it's-
look like
it's-
April O'Neil from the
All right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yes.
Turtles.
That's what it is. They're 80s powers jumpsuits. All right, great. So you all
I
can
paid for this.
you did pay for this, and an NPC is taking over the adventure. All right, so you all get your jumpsuits, and in the morning, as you start to hear the cries of the wild Eblis, you can emerge. And
Cool. Now, do we get up earlier than those than everyone else? Because I deflated their
What did you
you
mattresses?
certainly get up earlier than Brixton and the
Yeah,
others who
cool.
sleep in quite a bit. But there are already some of the guides
Wouldn't
and
deflating
guards.
their mattresses mean they get up earlier because their beds are gone by like 4 a.m.?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
No, but they get up at 4, they have had a bad night's sleep, then they re-inflate them, and then they try to go back to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, sleep in
Yeah.
later.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
their mattresses did not do a lot in the scheme
Okay.
of things. But
Well, the important thing is we get the jump on them
And the jumpsuit on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make leave camp and.
All right.
and
What are you
go-
going to do with that? Would you?
most of them
Scott?
are asleep. However, Chesterfield, who obviously needs to supplicate before Mistra and replenish all of his magics, has to get up early. So as you go out, you can see greeting the sun in Chesterfield turns around.
Yeah, and I'm only
It's like a dance.
and I'm just in like really short shorts.
Yeah, that's
And-
it.
Oh, like Eden.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our friend Eden.
Baston's into this.
And it's a little bit racist what I'm doing. Like,
Oh, go on.
You
The
sort of
moves.
feel the moves are a little
I'm
bit.
basically trying to do like the Karate Kid moves while the sun is
All
rising.
right, I've got it. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Chesterfield,
Oh my God.
Is Chesterfield Asian at all, or
Sorry?
is Chesterfield Asian at all?
Not at all.
No, okay.
No,
Because
Chesterfield went on exchange once.
And Chesterfield like learned a little bit of Japanese.
But only so that
From
Chesterfield
where?
could watch anime.
Yeah, so Chesterfield could watch anime, but then
What's anime in this world?
and Chesterfield
just
believes
rude
that
drawings.
genuinely Asian people are less Asian than him if they don't actually speak.
Well, this is so specific. This is just the weirdest in joke.
So, Chesterfield does one last scissor kick and turns to face you and bows to you, Baston.
I bow back because I am now a monk of the Arakocra Claw.
way of-
I bow again a little bit lower.
Dance of the Five Winds.
I bow lower still.
Several hours later, you are both prostrate on the ground.
Just like that.
And Chesterfield gets up and you get up and you both nod at each other.
Yeah. And then I nod a little bit lower.
So you had the map. You telling anyone about it? You've also got the rod. Did you forget? Don't forget you have that immovable
Got
rod
the
as
immovable
well.
rod, got the map. As soon as we get out away from the other people, I'll tell everyone about it. But yeah.
Yep. Also, okay, and you're dressed presumably as well now.
Yeah, man, jumpsuit.
All right. So you guys are going to leave. All right. So do you wave goodbye to Chesterfield or?
Namaste, Chesterfield.
Is your mic working?
No, it was.
Dose.
No, I think Eden's.
Oh,
one.
no. Wait, there it is.
There it is.
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna make your way out of the camp.
Yes.
Where are you going? Out of curiosity.
Which one should we go to?
Should we go to the wet
Where are we,
markets?
Dave?
Wait,
Some wet
Frieza,
stuff?
why don't you...
Well, hang on. Has Friezo told you about the map yet? You gotta be
Once
deep.
we're out of the camp, away from everyone else, I will. Yeah.
Okay, so but where are you going now? Just out of the camp.
So, which ones have we gone to already, Dave?
You have gone to this one here in the corner. That would have been.
I'm just going to mark them with this sharp. Can you mark them with
Oh,
the
actually,
sharp?
so sure.
Thank you. And then I'll just go to the next closest one.
Hing, do you want to grab Dave's burger from behind you as well?
Oh, right, sorry. Thank you.
Just put it down there somewhere. Thanks. Okay, great. So you guys have already been to this one, and they've also already done this one. Just so you
Okay,
know.
so we will go to the next closest one.
So there is actually one still quite close.
Yeah,
The one with the pool in front of it.
let's go. This one here?
The other one from the side.
This one here?
Yeah.
We'll go to the most eastern one then. Or
Okay.
western, I should say.
Westernmost.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
westernmost.
you guys start heading west, following Friezo, I guess, who seems to know where he's going.
Yep.
I explained to them, this is the map I found in there. I explained to them I've replaced it with a counterfeit map I made. You can thank me later when they are off scurrying towards Justin and his minions.
Me want to thank you now if that's okay.
No, I'll hold your applause till the end, please. And yes.
All right. I don't think I can eat this because I'm wearing a lapel mic, and I think that will be incredibly obnoxious.
Insanely, yes.
Yeah, it would be
distressing.
like- yeah.
Feel like an episode of Freedom of Good Hope.
Yeah,
in a way.
absolutely. So you're going to head. You guys are head towards, and pretty soon as you get there, you soon see another smaller. This is about a 20-foot by 20-foot shrine, again with two cracked obelisks with frescoes all over them that you can see from a distance. But you can only see them from a distance because there is also a pool in front of it that is filled with lily pads.
Lily
Frog.
pads.
I'm calling Frog.
Ooh, yes.
What's
I
on the
wonder if it's
obelisk?
Gronks.
Frogs? It's
Sorry?
frogs, isn't it? There's frogs on the obelisk.
You're going to have to get to the other side of the pool in order to do
Ooh,
that.
are there stepping stones?
There's an old bridge that is sort of broken, but otherwise you could go around it.
Could Bobby tread
Can I
on the
scamper
lily
across?
pads?
You want to scamper
I'm not
on
a
the
frog.
Yeah, but you're so light-footed.
I guess so.
You can't just go around this pool.
So
What
we
happened if
go
you tried to walk through it?
Well, it's up to you. So it doesn't look like it's hard to tell how deep it is.
Is it like murky water? Can I see the bottom?
So there, as I said, there are bridges that that sort of float on the surface because the ropes have long since decayed. And there is also now you notice there is a statue in the center of congratulations, a frog.
Yes.
Great work.
We could. The pool. If I go across the bridge, I
Do you
will
want-
fall in the pool.
What if you, do you want to use my javelin as like a pole vault?
So I could. Yes, absolutely. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
In fact, here you go. If you wanted to see, if you had a little thing,
What's a
that's
little pool?
kind of what you're looking at.
Got it.
Let me see.
I think it would look really cool if you did that, Baston.
Yeah, I'm gonna from this one in the middle here, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pole vault onto the statue in the middle.
Okay, great. Well, I need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Not
That's
a problem, Dave. I absolutely will do that.
I throw
and
my
pass.
javelin to Baston.
8
All
plus 2.
8 plus 2 will not-
Athletics.
Not do it. So you miss. Unfortunately, you do a really sort of heroic run up, and you jump up on your pole, and you swing and land in the water, and there's water all over you. And you realize now it's about 6 feet deep.
Oh, so it's I'm swimming. Okay.
Your tippy toes. You can sort of.
Okay. Well, I continue towards the statue.
Okay. So while you're all watching, I need you to quickly make for me a perception check.
What do I perceive? 10 plus 1 is 11.
Okay. You suddenly realize that there is something in the water near you because it swishes past you really quickly.
Ooh, I swim faster?
All right, so you're going to struggle towards the thing.
Yeah, towards the statue.
Roll for me quickly, opposed Dex.
Why did I go into the pond? I always do stupid things. 8 again.
That's
Come on.
Baston muttering to himself too.
So
Every single time.
So for the rest of the
cool.
three of you, you watch as Baston pole vaults into the water, splashes, gets up, looks confused, suddenly seems to be uncertain for once in his life, and starts struggling towards the water when you see an eye stalk pop up in the water and start moving towards him.
An ice
An eyeball on like a stalk.
An ice stalk.
It's actually it's a cluster. What?
An ice stalk. A dog made of ice.
Yeah, for sure. Why not? And at that moment, there is a huge wave, and there's a huge splashing, and a huge rubbery, slippery sort of creature dives at Baston, and he goes under the water.
No.
You're still holding the javelin though, right?
And the monster goes,
No, I let go of that.
What?
And now the water seems to be still.
What's happening?
Very quickly, make.
What
a
do
decision.
I see, Dave?
I'm gonna come to you in a second.
Is this a trash compactor?
No, it is not. But it seems strangely
How
familiar.
many javelins do I have?
Sorry?
How many javelins
That's
do
just
I
the one, I
have?
think.
Just 2 left.
I've got
Oh
two.
no, you had only
wait.
1. Sorry, yeah. This was
God
the one
damn
you
it.
found.
He
from the
made
drunk.
it so clear that I could go around the pool.
We really did. We
No,
kept saying
sorry,
it.
David says I have 2.
Okay,
so
nobody's doing it.
sucked
Nobody's
in.
doing
I'm
anything.
throwing my javelin at the eye.
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
It
under the
says you
water.
have 2 javelins.
No, the eye is gone.
Oh.
And also, you only had 1 javelin.
How have we stopped listening so early?
Because I'm reading. It says 2.
All right, so anyone's doing anything?
Bobby puts his dagger between his teeth and dives into the water.
Okay, you're diving in. Bobby goes in. Baston, you're up next.
What's going on?
You're under the water, and there's this huge thing. It seems to be like 6 feet tall, but also 6 feet wide. This big, blubbery mess of sort of rubber and greasy, thrashing tentacles is attacking you with razor-sharp teeth that it's trying to pull you towards, and it's now making a grapple check. So oppose strength with me.
Oh, yeah, I'll oppose your strength. 17.
All right, so it misses. It tries to get at you, and it isn't able to pull you into its mouth, but it does slash and constrict you, and you take 8 plus 1 plus 5. You take 14 points of damage.
Okay. Whoa, that's so many.
This thing is huge. It's
I
like-
hate this.
You did say it was 6 feet by 6 feet, which
How
isn't-
many eyeballs
that's
does
the-
it have?
I mean, we've done that before. It's not huge, but it's still pretty big.
In
Okay,
Dave's
this-
mind, though, 6 feet is the tallest thing a thing could be.
Yeah, if we remember season 1, let's
Season
not
1,
forget.
episode 1. Yeah.
But the water was 6 feet deep, so it must have been like the whole. There was no water. That pond is all monster.
Dave, how many eyeballs does it have?
It has a stalk of eyeballs at the top of it.
Of eyeballs or one eyeball?
No, 3 or 4.
On one stalk or
And
3
a-
or 4 stalks?
One stalk.
One
And,
stalk.
and a
Like
mouth.
grapes.
Yeah, like a bunch of grapes.
And how
Are you
many-
sure they're not grapes?
Well, yes.
Okay.
There might be witches' eyes.
And so next up is you,
Wait,
Baston.
yeah, and I'm gonna punch it in the eyes.
All right, quickly make an attack for me.
And because I'm a monk now, every time I make an unarmed strike, I get an extra attack. But seeing I have 2 attacks, that means I get 4 attacks.
That is true, but unfortunately you are in the water and you are fighting this thing and you can't see, so you have disadvantage for all of those attacks.
So how many d20s do I need to roll? Okay, so first one.
Always the lowest.
Oh, that's a miss.
Yep.
Second one.
14 is the armor class.
Also a miss.
Yep.
Don't you have an attack?
Third one, also a miss.
At
these-
this point, Baston starts to cry.
Oh, I missed all of my attacks. So many, and I was.
So what's he just doing? He's just swinging wildly.
In the water.
Yeah, all right.
Water.
I'm drowning. Is what's happening.
It's starting to. Next up is in the water. You can see this. You can just see this huge thrashing shape, a mess of tentacles. It looks. Yeah, it's this horrible thing.
So I swim up to it, and how good am I at swimming? Is that come under like
Athletics.
You'll have you can swim at about 25. That's a beautiful jumpsuit, by the way. I just saw.
Okay, thank
We'll
you.
put that on social media. And yes, you can get there in 1 turn.
Okay, so I swim there and I just start slashing with my dagger at
Yep.
the monster under
Great.
the water.
Make an attack. Armor class 14. It hasn't noticed you yet, so intent is it on its prey. So this can be a sneak attack if you want.
Does Bobby have disadvantage because he's underwater?
Not yet, because he's not being
That's
thrashed.
12, and is this like dexterity because of
That hit, yes.
slashing? So that's 12 plus, that's 18.
Yep. So
19.
So in that case, you do. I'll just do it for you. 3, 4, 5. So you get 12 plus. So 16 points of damage is done to it. It screams in pain. It turns
Bobby
around.
did 16 points of damage in 1 hit.
And yeah, sneak attacks.
So
and
sneaky.
Turns around and faces you. So next up is you, Friezo.
Frieza's going to dive into the water as well, I guess. If
Alright.
he sees the commotion, he's going to dive in.
Great. You're jumping into the water.
Jump in the water, and then once I'm underwater, I'm going to be swimming. I'll be trying to cast an Eldritch Blast.
That will take disadvantage.
I find it very improbable that Friezo ever learned to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Voices
makes
in the
sense.
temple. That is a good question.
All right, do we want to roll for if Frieza
Yep.
can swim?
All right. So on a
D6, let's go. What?
So 1, 2, 3. You never learned to swim.
Could we do a flashback as to what that scene was?
Yes.
When he had the opportunity
And
to learn?
two,
No,
baby.
You never learned to swim. However, this is something.
Friezo, it's time for the temple children to come and learn to swim in the county pond.
I can't wait to learn to swim. Look at me, I'm swimming so well.
I'm as fast as a duck.
Do I have to take off my clothes in front of the other children in order to swim?
Well, you'll at least have to strip down to your undergarments.
And so young Friezo takes off his clothes and he's...
Look at his sharp penis.
Oh my god, it's a corkscrew.
Oh my word, I've never seen anything so hideous.
Oh, Frieza's got a weird dick. Oh,
Boy, go back inside and cover your shame.
Friezo!
I was planning it was going to be like he was wearing like love heart boxer shorts or something. Corkscrew.
Come on, what do you do? You point dick
That's
freak.
canon. That's canon now.
Cannon.
That's canon.
Kevin Kim, remember that for the next time you.
Actually, I
bloody-
once drew Friezo naked for Hum, Ing's girlfriend, and not only does he have, he actually did have a pointy little dick, but he also had, he's got that like coronet on his head. He's got one of those on his ding dong too.
Oh, did he wear that to straighten it out? Is that like braces?
It's
Friezo,
a corrective
Friezo, you can
thing now.
cast Eldritch
Braces
Blast.
for his corkscrew dick.
And yet again, we arrived at dick braces far too early.
You are trapped on the shore, Friezo, but you can still cast Eldritch Blast from there.
Also, he hasn't jumped in. He knows that he can't
I'm not going to
swim.
be that mean.
Okay.
For
All
some
right, I'm
reason.
going to try an Eldritch Blast through the water then.
All right. So you cast the spell?
Sorry.
Great.
Yep.
Make the attack
Is
roll.
Eldritch Blast like electricity?
No, it's not. It's like arcane.
Magic.
Different magic.
Don't forget your friend Bobby's in the water
no,
too.
did not hit. 5
Alright, so
plus a spell attack is 7, so 12.
12. Now that misses by only 2, which unfortunately means because it's less than 5, and the house rule that we use means that Eden gets hit instead.
I don't... Dave,
Yes.
fine. I just
So,
want you to know
how much
that I'm
damage does it
upset
do?
about this.
Oh, it does 1d10 force damage.
Hachi, bloody machi. That's going to hurt you.
D10?
Oh, yes it is.
That does 5 damage.
Great, right. So you do 5 damage to Baston, and the next
Ow.
one up is we've already had.
I haven't had a go
Filge.
yet.
It's Filge. Thank you.
Filge is really angry because she can see how much Baston is hurt.
Yep.
So she goes into a rage.
Okay, so you go into a rage.
Does that mean I could do 2 things?
It means you can do 2 attacks.
Okay, so Filge is going to jump on and skateboard on a lily pad. Like use her
on.
momentum to go like across the water,
right.
pick up her javelin and stab the monster in the top of its head.
Okay, so Filge roars in fury and then delicately sort of jumps onto a lily pad, which goes straight to the bottom of the water, and then
Let me roll.
Okay.
roll. What did you roll?
I get a two
Why
dice.
are you rolling 2 dice?
DC 40.
That's why I'm rolling 2 dice.
Thunk goes the lily pad.
Are there any physicists out there?
Oh, are you going to invoke the physicist of it, whether a half orc is
We'll take any kind of scientist.
There's just the fact that a lily pad, even the biggest lily pad, can hold at most a toddler.
No!
Wait a second, that's a very
First
specific
of all-
unit of
a
measurement.
lily pad can hold at most a
It really
toddler?
depends on the viscosity of the liquid that it's standing on.
Yeah.
The viscosity of the toddler.
The chubbiness of the toddler, yeah.
Okay, what fluid is it? Is it shit? Is it
It's Newtonian fluid.
No, it's not even water because the whole lake is monster.
No, a 6-foot circle of the lake is monster.
Alright,
Oh, it's
fine.
a flat disc of
I
monster.
think, but you're gonna regret it.
Thunk, 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 splash, splash, splash goes Filge,
I get
roaring
two
in anger
moves, right?
as she picks up her javelin.
Filge is taller than 6 feet, right?
Yeah,
So her neck is just going through the water.
Okay.
She's like, and which means she also doesn't get you're able to do this easily, and then you can make an attack
Okay, so I
with advantage.
I stab the javelin
In
to
the eye. Do it in the eye.
Do it in the eye.
Do it to the brain.
Do it in
Why
the
do I do the
bum hole.
stalk and then
Bum
all the
hole.
eyes come off?
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna hit it in its eye
Kill the
stalk.
stalk.
Just slice them off.
Yeah, slice.
That's going to be much
You
harder
can't
to hit.
slice with a javelin.
Yeah, it's more of a stabbing motion. Stab it in the eye!
No, I'm gonna stab it behind the stalk because I think that's where its brain would be.
All right, go give it a stab. Highest one you roll.
17. Plus
17.
my magic.
Great, no, it's plus your magic.
Strength is a magic.
All right, so yeah, that does with you're using your javelin, which is d6 plus 4. So roll a d6 for me really quickly.
Yeah,
And
plus
you-
I got a 5 plus 4.
Yep, you do another 9 damage, and then the next one is the Froghemoth, which
Oh, it's a
is
frog-
what it's called.
Froghemoth.
And it lashes out with its tentacles, and it attacks you, Bobby, and it attacks you, Baston. And
I dodge it.
I dodge it as well.
Actually, you are able to fight your way through.
Told you.
But you do not, unfortunately, Bobby.
But can I do my uncanny dodge?
That's will get you out of area effects, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you can halve the damage. You can halve the damage of it. That's true.
Yep.
You come in and it attacks you, and it deals quickly to you 7, 9, another 14 points of damage to you.
But half of that.
So yeah, you take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
If you use your reaction, so you need to roll.
Oh.
Do a boopy boy.
Yep, yes, you do. And you are able to sort of negate half the tentacles and wriggle away, which is really important because it also lunges and tries to swallow you whole, and at the last second you get out. But you get the sense that if it had got you, it would have swallowed you. And the next one up...
I say, phew.
And the next one up is Baston.
Can I draw my swords and attack in the same action?
Yep, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him.
It's with
Am I still disadvantaged?
Yeah, with disadvantage because you are right in the center of it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and chop off his eye stalk. So I've got 2 swords. The scimitar. I have 4 attacks. Still.
Yep.
So 6 and no, that's a miss. And no, that's a miss again. 8 and 16. No.
Fucking hell.
Disadvantage is a hell of a drug.
No, I don't do anything good.
All right, great. And Simon, you're up next.
Am I like in the? So I'm like out on the outside of the Froghemoth, like kind of is it like up out of the water or is it underwater?
It's both now. It's sort of thrashing all around.
Okay,
The eye stalk's up above the water.
I get my dagger and I hold it by the point and I fling it like that to like the mound, like right where its eye stalks, kind
so
of like into its
that's
skull.
going to be AC 19, not 14. Just so you know.
It's harder to hit. There's someone in the box here. Yep.
3.
Swing and miss.
It's a red hot
Lucky
3.
3.
So you're up.
So does the Froghemoth look like it's close to death?
Not
Quite
at
injured?
all. It's
If anything, it looks better.
it looks angrier.
Friezo's going to cast flight and then hightail it back to the camp to
Okay.
get help.
All right, so you cast flight and you race away.
You know, you don't need to lie to us.
What do you mean?
to get help.
Oh, right.
Filge.
You can also fly in and like airlift your friends to safety.
But he is already gone. Filge.
I'm going to say loudly, I'm not betraying you! As I leave.
You have definitely shouted that before as you've flown away. Really? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Filge is still standing on top of the monster's
Yep, you
head.
don't have the javelin. You still have your heavy maul on your back, which you haven't used.
Okay. I'm going to, hold on to its... How big is its stalk?
It's 6 feet up, and then it's another probably a foot of stalk. So
Okay, I'm going to, grab hold of it and swing around with one hand. So I'm swinging around it, and then with my maul, I'm going to hit it in the eyes. So I'm getting, extra momentum, and I look extra cool.
Is there not a danger that you'll hit yourself in the hand there?
huge, huge danger.
Right, I didn't mean to...
So
I'm already doing it.
I know. I'm just...
all right, so you're going to first of all try and grapple with it. So make quickly dexterity opposed by its athletics. It gets a 15. You
I
get
got a 13.
plus your
No, yeah.
athletics plus 4.
Oh, plus its
So-
athletics, sorry.
Yes.
You also got a 15 then?
No, wait, fuck you, my athletic is 7.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
18.
So you're able to grab onto it, but that's only half of the challenge, right? You still need to actually hit the eye
Yeah.
stalk. And as I said, that's going to be armor class 19. Now you've got advantage because you've got a good purchase. So you roll 2 attacks.
What did she buy?
And can I add anything to it?
What's the highest one?
Don't you
13?
You add your attack, don't you?
13, yeah, and add your attack.
Oh, 7.
That's
20.
20. All right. So you
Asho.
cloud it in the eye. It roars back in pain, and its eyes pop into a thick, sort of viscous goo. But if anything, it becomes more enraged, though it is blinded now, and so it's got disadvantage for everything.
Do we know what that goo is?
Eye goo. What do you think?
Should I keep some?
Lacrimal fluid.
Well, that's what's
What
in the
is
eyeball.
this salty emission?
And so it screams in pain, and it sort of tries to attack everybody. But it is the next one up, so it attacks you back, Filge, and it just goes for you twice, and now for you, Bobby, once. So it hits you with its tentacles, misses once, hits you with the other one, but only deals 12 points of damage to you, Filge, and then goes for you with a bite, Bobby. And 13. This time it hits. You need to also oppose that if you want with your reaction. You got to get.
19.
You managed to duck away a second time, so it only does 11 points of damage to you.
my
But now, oh shit! No, sorry, that was with disadvantage anyway. So it missed. Never mind. You're
Oh,
fine.
great.
Unfuck your butt.
Did it miss me as well, Dave?
That's done.
Can I climb up out of the pool onto the statue so I won't be at
You
disadvantage?
can now while it's blind. Yeah.
Sick. I'm gonna do that. And I can attack.
So you just wriggling your way and
Yeah,
climbing your way
on
up.
and then like set myself with my sword so I can.
That'll be your action.
Yep.
So you wriggle out of the tentacles and you're not disadvantaged anymore.
Sick.
And the next one is you, Simon.
So with my halfling nimbleness, that I can move through the space of any creature that is larger than me.
Yeah, you could get right past it.
Right. So I'm going to head and get some through to where Baston is and climb up onto the statue.
Great, you get up onto the statue as well. Friezo, it's been a full action of you racing, and you don't actually have to go too far because soon you stumble upon two of the guides and also Sir Chesterfield, who are advancing the sort of perimeter of the camp.
Chesterfield. Oh boy, there's a big froghemoth and I think one of its eyes got popped and it's filled with a viscous fluid. I'm not sure what it is. It's really awful. We need your help.
Lead the way!
Alright, so I will fly back with Chesterfield and leave the two Drongos to follow us
Are
on
you
our
going
dust.
to pick up
Like
Chester?
holding onto your belt?
No, I think I'm holding onto your collar.
With your
hang on.
talons?
No, that is not enough. So you have to, Chesterfield is a medium-sized person and you're a medium-sized person, so
Can't I fly with people?
you can't just touch them. You have to be able
No,
to.
I'm holding them. I'm holding.
You can carry Chesterfield.
Yeah, I'm carrying Chesterfield.
Do you think you can carry even a sallow youth by their collar?
What's your strength?
You can just cradle him like a fireman lift.
-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm holding them like a.
Why can't they just ride you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get on my back.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold
great.
on.
That works. And so you race back. Next up is you, Filge.
I'm just going to keep banging at its eyes, I
Okay, so
reckon.
in the water, you're smashing
With the
and
maul,
smashing,
yeah.
attacking it, so you can make 2 more attacks.
17.
You're in the tentacles this time, but its advantage and your disadvantage cancel each other out. So you hit it, so you do damage.
Yes. Sorry. What's the other
D12? The maul?
D6.
No, maul.
No, it's the maul, so it's D8.
2d6 plus
2d6, sorry, it is, yeah.
2d6.
10, 14 points of damage.
yes.
It's still looking okay. And then the next one up is Baston.
Yeah, time to slash this froghemoth in its face.
Are you disadvantaged or advantage now? What
It's
are you?
cancelled out, so it's normal.
So I'm making
One
my
dice.
2.
Oh no, it's advantage because you're up now.
Yeah. So, or is it just regular?
Just,
Or is it advantage?
advantage because it's blinded.
Okay, so I hit 1 with my longsword, twice with my long sword, doing a critical. So I'll roll the damage for that. Yeah, I'm gonna slash it in the face. Yeah. So, is critical double the dice, or what do you do?
It's the maximum. Oh, it depends what rule you're using, but I think we've been using the maximum amount that the dice can roll.
Okay, so it's 8. So it's 12 damage and
But it's an extra dice for you because of your half orkiness.
12 damage, 10 damage. So that's 22, and then I get 2 more attacks with my scimitar speed.
What the fuck?
Because I'm fucking awesome. What's this guy? What I need to
He
hit
has
this guy?
all of the magic weapons. Don't forget.
That's a 20, so I hit with that. And I do another 4 plus 5, and I do another 9. and then I hit it again,
31.
which I also hit, and then I do another 9.
It's 40 damage.
You do 40 points.
And then I put on some Sepultura and just like...
And if you just didn't fly kick as much,
This is such an improvement from I kick it in the face.
I miss.
Is that amount of damage because you're part monk, part fighter?
Yeah.
No, that's because I have 2 magical swords and I'm a level 4 fighter.
so you've done 70. You've done about 80 hit points of damage. Now it is starting to look a little bit hurt, but it is still upright. It flails and launches itself again. The only people still in the water at the moment is Filge, so it's going for Filge. Misses in its first disadvantaged attack. It misses in its second one, and then it hits you, Filge. So it goes and lunges and tries to bite you like it was trying to bite Bobby. But you don't have halfling nimbleness, so it does 15 points of damage to you and bites down. And quickly make for me a dexterity saving throw.
And I got a 10 plus
And
9.
it catches you and starts to swallow you, so you start to go inside the frog.
Oh, boy.
Ew. Do I get a move?
Not till your next turn. So next up is Simon.
So how far away is the statue from the...
We're pretty close. It's big and it's flat. Like Baston was able to hit it with a sword.
Okay. I said about... Oh. I leap on it with my short sword drawn and just try to pierce it in the back of the head.
Great, make an attack. It's blinded, so this could be a sneak attack.
That's 11 plus...
Yep, that hits.
Yep,
That's a sneak attack. 3d6 plus 4.
Here's 1d6 for you.
Here's another. And another.
Teamwork.
That's
9
plus
3,
4.
1, and 5.
13.
What is
Points.
it?
Excellent.
13.
Excellent. And you're stabbing at the back of it, trying to cut Filge out. And at that moment, Chesterfield and Friezo burst through the doors. And Chesterfield, you're next.
I summon my spirit weapon.
Ah, yes.
You have a spirit weapon.
Yeah, which is a large anvil.
A giant ghostly anvil.
It goes to anvil, and it's going to drop onto the...
So it doesn't attack it, you just summon it and drop it and pick it up and drop it again.
That's the attack.
All
It's
right.
like an anvil falling. Have you ever had an anvil fall on you?
I have not. Okay, so that's an attack. That's a +5 attack, so you need to beat 9.
Oh, you do it? Okay.
And you rolled a 9, so that does it. So it hits and it drops, I guess, and that's...
Finally, someone brings out an anvil.
Finally, an anvil.
10 hit points of damage, and Friezo, you're up.
Would that also hit Filge?
Yes. You have some...
But there's like guts cushion.
You get half damage. You take 5 points of damage. Bludgeoning
Friezo's gonna
attacks, you'll
jump
take half of.
Friezo's going to jump into the water and then go up against the...
Because you're out of magic now, aren't you?
No,
Fly.
no, because that was a...
You cast fly.
A cantrip?
yeah, Eldritch Blast is a cantrip.
Right, okay.
I'm going to get real close to the frog.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and Eldritch Blast, like, in the same way that I was using it to cut wood. I'm going to surgically strike the back of the frog and try and cut Filge out of there.
Okay, again, I cannot stress that I don't think that this spell does what you think it does. But make an attack for me.
Come on!
With your level 0 cantrip.
18 plus spell attack is 7, 25.
Great, okay, so he did, let's not forget, he did 79 hit points of damage. No, 41 hit points of damage. So you did, roll your D10.
Oh,
D10.
That
guy,
is
that
this
guy
one?
right there.
This one?
Yeah.
That is 6 points of damage.
You do 6 points of damage, which is less than the imaginary anvil. So...
It's ghostly anvil. Does the hide of the frog hemoth look at all torn?
It's looking a bit raggedy, but it's still got some structure to it. And Filge, you are inside the thing. Your legs are poking out of its mouth as it's trying to constrict you. All around you is mucus, membrane, and fish heads, strangely enough. And you're kind of all tangled up in it. Your maul has fallen sort of from your hands, but you're very angry.
Yeah, I'm very angry, so I'm going to go into a rage because I hate being
You're
swallowed.
already in a rage.
Well, I'm in a double rage, and I'm gonna like
Rage!
yeah. I'm gonna try and pull on its epiglottis.
Yep.
There's a frog. Yep.
Oh, you're gonna try. You're gonna
Like the
try.
uvula?
You're
Do
gonna.
that
You're,
back
you're,
thing.
you're
Is
trying
that
to,
epiglottis? No.
You're trying to activate
Uvula.
the frog's gag reflex, are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna tiddlick it up.
Sorry, how does Filge know about the gag reflex?
Wow.
She doesn't know what she's doing, but in hindsight, she'll claim it.
Yeah.
So she's just like pulling on the thing 'cause it's like, and she goes, ding dong!
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to make you do is I'm going to call this an intelligence check.
Oh, must you?
Yeah, I
Why
am.
do you call it something else?
I'm going to call it. So first of all, it's just DC 13, we'll say. So you got to beat.
Do I get 2 dice?
No, you don't have advantage
Okay.
with identifying the epiglottis.
Miss?
All right, so you're just doing a normal attack, but you're still very angry. So you get in and you get to do 2 big attacks. You're inside, so you have advantage on those. No, sorry, you have disadvantage because you're being
Do
swallowed.
I have to do something else now, or can I do the same thing?
No, these are normal attacks.
No, but do I come up with a new move?
It's you just start punching.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to
Yeah.
around the throat region. So 2?
Yeah. 2, get the lowest.
14.
14.
That hits. Yep. And next one.
4.
And that one misses. All right. So the one that hits, and just roll that d4 for me.
Sorry.
The triangle one. The
yeah,
triangle
yeah,
one.
just call them the triangle one.
All right. Great.
4.
Great. You do 8 points of damage. So it still really starts to cough and seems to have something lodged in its throat, and then it attacks. You misses and misses on you, Baston, and then it starts to constrict you, and you take 10 points of constriction damage.
No.
How are you going, by the way?
I'm down to 8.
All right.
Oh, shit.
The
Yeah.
next
I started
one,
on 50, like, before we thought it would be cool if Baston javelined across the pond.
Baston.
Why did you not? I don't. You should have
We could have walked around it.
It's rolled itself back from the statue, so you can't reach it with its sword anymore.
I'm going to
You're still
dive
on it.
off of the
Yes.
thing towards it and do like a dive attack.
All right, great. You make an attack with advantage. This is one attack, however. Because,
Only one?
Well, then after the thing about a dive attack is after you've done it, you've dived.
Oh. Do I have advantage on the dive attack
Yeah,
though?
100%.
And so what? So it's got a big mouth and it's got the eye stalk, but it's got no
And
eyes
it's
on
got
the
2
eye
little
stalk.
feet flailing out of its
But
mouth.
the feet. So I'm just gonna go with the name sword of Baston Androvich, even though it's
Sergei.
not as magic. Sergei, yeah, Baston.
You're a monk.
Yeah,
So that means that with a fly kick, you still get a bonus attack, so you can attack twice.
yeah. 1 fly kick and 1 sword kick.
That would mean that you're okay. Sure, your name sword is a monk weapon.
So
for
what
you.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump with my sword, like stabbing down.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna do like a, you know, when you do a flip over and do like a heel flip kick into its head.
Make an attack with advantage.
Both with advantage, yeah.
All right, this is the kick.
Yeah, 13.
Yep, that hits.
Yep.
And it's just armor class 14, so that hits and connects, and I'll do that for you.
D4 plus
Yep.
something. And then my sword comes down.
Yep.
And that's an 8 and a 1. And I miss.
8.
And probably cut myself.
Yeah. No,
Well,
unfortunately, you missed by less than 5, which actually means you cut Bobby.
What?
So Bobby gets attacked by your sword.
Sorry, Bobby. You take
Ow.
6 plus 10 points of damage. Sorry, buddy.
Bobby, you're up next. It's now starting to choke. It's starting to go blue, and it's flailing, and its tentacles are starting to leak a kind of black blood.
Okay.
And it's getting very slippery. So actually, at the start of your turn, make for me quickly a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 2
You
plus.
fall off onto the side in the water, so you don't have the advantage of
So
grappling
I still
it
have a
anymore.
go?
Yeah, but it's still your go.
Okay. I with the length of rope that I have with me, I wrap it around Filge's legs
Okay.
and just hold on.
That's okay. Make quickly a dexterity attack for me.
Are you also inside the frog?
No, I'm on the outside.
Oh, okay.
How's old Mycon doing down there?
Oh yeah, that's a 4.
So you missed as well.
Oh, yeah, Mycon.
He's strapped to me.
I'm getting munched
Has
real
he been
hard.
slashed?
he's
He's dead.
He's probably
I think
dead.
you killed the kid.
Wait, do you probably have advantage for having like a human body armor?
Yeah. How many of those hit points of damage has Mycon taken?
Enough to kill him.
Oh no.
Let that be on your conscience. And the Froggy Myth, which is a warlock, gains some temporary hit points. Chesterfield.
Can I say, hold person.
Yes.
Can you describe that spell?
So that is a spell that will immobilize a creature, but it will only immobilize a normal. This is too big.
It's too big. Okay. I just bonk it again with the anvil.
All right, go.
Several times, just up and down, up and down.
Oh,
up and down.
this is gonna hurt me, and I've only got 8 hit points.
May I?
Yeah, Filge is not looking great.
This is a bunk roll.
Are you gonna do it?
Bonk roll, bonk roll.
That's a 1.
Why?
You
So
never
we
let
don't have
Eden
to-
roll for you. He's
Never
so
let-
bad
That was
at
the
it.
last time. I'm
Alright.
so bad at rolling. How can I be bad? It's pure chance.
Surely he Wile E. Coyotes this.
Yeah.
Surely.
It just lands on my own.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Take 4 points of damage. Friezo.
All right, using the because I've only used one spell
This is
slot, which is
the
the
highest
flight.
challenge rating monster you guys have fought, by the way. Not counting the Vampire Strahd, which you absolutely didn't fight the right way. This is legit the hardest thing that the Dragon Prince has faced.
Wish you told us that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would have helped.
I wish we just walked around it.
Yeah, really wishing that.
Okay. How damaged is the frog man?
Looks
looking?
about half dead.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to use my second spell slot to cast a witch bolt at the
Yes.
at the frogman.
Great, go
for
for
a
it.
frog monster. So that is a. what
You
is
can
that?
have disadvantage. It's fighting. It's blind.
I have, oh yeah.
Advantage.
Cool. Nice.
Advantage.
Yep. That is a.
Also.
A 14 would have done it anyway. So the first one hit.
Yeah, cool. And then so I do. Because I'm using a third, my last one
3d10 is it?
is
3d8?
3d12, I believe, because
3d12?
it's 1 and then 2 for every spell slot after that. Sorry, 1 and then 1 for every spell slot after that. Spell level.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 4, a 4, and a 6. So that's 14. Oh, that's not much. 14 damage.
14 points of damage.
But I can do that every turn.
Yeah. Okay. So you do 14 points of damage to it.
Oh
and-
shit!
Lightning damage.
Because it's lightning damage.
Is it lightning damage?
I assumed it was
that's
magic.
What was that?
It's for.
A beam of.
Oh, very niche reference there, actually.
What was the what?
What happens to a frog struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. It was Halle Berry. That was X-Men 1.
She won the Oscar for that.
Now, a froghemoth is unfortunately resistant to lightning damage, so it only takes
Seriously?
half damage from it.
But
But it took
is
water.
because it's in water. Do I electrocute everyone accidentally?
it's small in contact, so you would only electrocute things in its immediate vicinity,
Like
such
Phil.
as
Like in its
Phil.
mouth.
No, but I'm protected because I'm.
You're protected in the resistance, so you only take half damage, which is 7 points of damage.
God damn it!
You, Bobby, are very lucky you fell off it, or you would have taken the full brunt of the damage. But the spell is still active and it's still working. And the next one up with 1 hit point left is Filge, absolutely livid.
Filge is gonna cast a magic spell.
Spell 1 or spell
Oh
2?
my god, you haven't. So for people that have only followed the stream, you actually have 1 level of wizard, which is an orcish wizard cross class that we created, which means that you have spells, but you don't know what they are. Now, you have spell number 1 and spell number 2. You discovered one of those spells was protection from evil when you fought the Vampire Strahd.
Was that spell 1 or spell 2? Because I can't remember.
I can, so...
God! And would that help me in this instance?
Froghemoths are more of a force of nature, to be
Okay.
honest.
All right, I'm gonna cast spell 2.
All right, congratulations. You cast spell 2, and because I did not expect this, I'm going to need the player's handbook very quickly.
It is. Neither of these are the player's handbook.
I think you've got it, Dave.
Great, all right. And so, Filge, remembering your brother Dilge and the spells that in your mind he sort of taught you, I suppose, you start to feel, again, that familiar energy, and not for the first time.
And I want to use my wand, my Maul wand.
Yeah, not for the first time, but yes, for the second time, it strikes you how great magic is and how surprising that you don't do more of it. As you do it, a sort of 20-foot radius sphere of yellow, nauseating gas seems to exude from your fingers and from sort of all around you, creating a miasma of pestilence as you cast the 3rd level spell, Stinking Cloud, which you've always known. And the monster itself suddenly has to make a constitution save, which it fails. What does a frog throwing up look like?
Oh, super gross.
Stomach and then fishes around in the stomach.
Like from Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an emoji.
It starts retching and reeling as you do all of this kind of damage in it. Now, it's a concentration spell, and because you're in it, it only lasts for a few seconds before it dissipates because your concentration is broken. So it's already going, but it's enough to make the monster throw up, and it ejects you along with a lot of mucus and other various fluids out of every orifice it can manage.
Ooh, where's a frog's butthole?
As it spits you out into the water, and that has used up.
Is that electrical water because of Hing, or am I fine?
No, you're fine. You're
okay.
fine. And the next one.
Swim the hell away.
Yes, you sort of stagger away
on a lily pad.
And the next one up is the Froghemoth, and it tries to move, but it can't. It's throwing up. It's confused. And it sort of has another constitution and it shakes off the illness, but it's taken its turn, and Baston, you're next.
So I'm in the water, so if I attack it, I'll be at disadvantage again.
Yep.
Is there a vantage point around the pool that I can be out and still attack it?
You can't attack it from range, unless you have a ranged weapon.
I could throw my sword at it. I'm not going to. I'm going to climb back onto the statue and just be ready to attack it if it comes near me.
Yep, great. And the next one is Simon. You need to make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
You're within 20 feet of Filge.
Just fart spell. Let's call it what it is.
It was
Filge's
contained,
fart spell.
It was contained inside the Froghemoth, so you're fine.
I've fallen off the frog.
Yep.
I am... Has he thrown up anything good? Like any weapons or anything?
A half-orc and a dead child.
I think if I see a dead child...
Teen, come on.
I probably just swim to the dead child and try and drag it to safety.
It's just Mycon.
It's already dead.
And it's dead.
Mycon.
Oh, it's Mycon.
He had a broken leg. He wasn't coming back.
He's like a racehorse.
He's like a racehorse.
He had a broken leg.
Take him out. It's better for the horse.
Just drop an anvil on him.
If anything, he prefers it. So what do you do?
I just swim up to it through its tentacles, thrashing around, and just plunge my sword right in its head.
Great,
again.
make an attack with advantage.
Roll it again. It's set with advantage.
Yeah.
18, that'll do it, and that's again a sneak attack because it is blinded, throwing up, in pain, confused, being attacked in its home. It did nothing wrong. It was living a happy day when the Dragon Friends showed up, and you do 3 plus 2d6 more damage plus 4. So that's 7 plus 2d6. So 10. And that's 10 points of damage. And it screams in pain, screeches, its tentacles flail, and the next one up is Chesterfield. It's looking very crook.
Good. I will get my anvil as high as it will go.
Yep.
And drop it on its head.
It's really a one-trick pony. All right, so you make your attack.
Let Chesterfield roll because you fucked up
I
last
don't want
time.
to fuck it up again. I don't want to be responsible for this.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
Great. So it erupts in flame, and flame dances across its shell.
Should we check if it's flame resistant?
It is flame resistant. I've already checked. But so it makes a quick DC saving throw, and it fails. So it takes your damage for Sacred Flame, which is it does 12 at half points. It does 6 points of damage.
Should have dropped an anvil.
Sacred Flame isn't flame, it's radiance. It's weird.
Oh! Sacred Flame isn't flame, it's radiance. It's weird, the audience just said, so that he takes 12 points.
Congratulations, you do 12 points of damage because...
Is it dead yet?
It's not. It's still
Dave,
still
this
alive.
is taking a long time to kill this thing.
That you started. Friezo, it's up to you.
Yeah, that was
I'm
my
gonna.
fault.
So is everyone clear of the frog?
Everyone's clear. Everyone that matters.
How many? Does Bobby look sick?
Bobby's in the water.
Does Bobby look like?
I thought I'm pretty
how
close to
banged
it.
up does Bobby look?
How about...
When did you grow a conscience?
Bobby's got a hot 5 hit points left.
Holy crap.
Come on!
You're still casting Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Maintain
everyone's
Witch
clear
Bolt.
enough for Witch Bolt, yeah.
Yeah. 2, 6, and 2 is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage is enough, and for the first time in his life, Friezo learns what it is like to kill a god. As the Froghemoth dies, temporary hit points flood into you. Well, not a god, but a godly sort of monstrous creature. As the Froghemoth slumps forward and dies. Therefore, leading the way in front of it clear into the shrine. At the last minute, in one last little bit of sick, it spits out a stone key into the water in front of it.
I am.
Chesterfield, which
But I'm
Chesterfield
closest to it.
dibs. Well, it's true, but
It's in the pool, though, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah, so I
Bobby's
think
close.
Bobby can. I mean, you can race for it, I guess.
Chesterfield Sober did call dibs.
Dibs.
I make a dash for it.
No, it's about dibs.
It's not about dibsing, it's about doing.
You have the stone key as you, and as you swim up, you can see that the gates into the shrine are just in front of you on the other side of the water. The water, which once again, I cannot stress enough, you could have easily walked around.
There's a really nice path. There's a really nice wide path.
We wouldn't have had the key, though, so I feel
Carved.
like my decision is vindicated.
Oh, sorry, the door doesn't have a key.
Carved
It's just its house key.
carved on this beautiful sort of stone gate is a fresco that shows a giant frog with tentacles wrestling a sort of crane-like eblis to the ground.
Oh, yes, I know. who
What's
the
an
character
eblis?
is.
It's a type of like a crane.
Oh, it's a crane-like crane, is it? Oh, good.
Yes, so it's like the bird of a crane that is quite similar to the mechanical device.
It has a razor-sharp
it's a
beak.
bird crane.
It's a kind of,
crane.
it's a kind of magical crane.
Crane. Like for lifting.
like a psychiatrist that lives in Seattle? Like that kind of crane?
No, it's a motherfucking bird crane.
And you can see a beautiful fresco
Maybe I hear the blues that
of
Tossed frog food and
of a giant
scrambled
frog
legs.
with tentacles wrestling a crane, a magical crane, to the ground. And a keyhole.
There is a keyhole.
Boo-boo-poo-kooks?
Could we, Chesterfield? Thank you so much for your help. Me kind of feel like you owe me after dropping an anvil on me, so you want to give me a bit of Healy? Healy for Philgy?
Yeah, you have a healing.
I do it healing.
Yep, great, right. You can take 3d8 plus 3 hit points back.
What about Bobby?
What about Bobby?
What about, I already turned you back from a pig. Are you not grateful?
Yeah, I'm grateful, but
I see you've taken the shoes off.
it's very hard to swim with shoes on your hands.
Disappointed about that.
Chesterfield, here. Why don't you hold on to this cube?
3.
Oh, thanks.
If you heal me.
The cube?
Oh, what the key?
Key.
Oh, no, you said cube.
Oh, well, I don't have a cube, so I misspoke.
Oh, well, then there's no healing. I suppose.
Key, yeah.
You guys can just like camp after this, I guess.
Oh, yeah, just...
Well, why don't we open the door to the temple and like just chill out in there? It's probably safer and there's no traps.
Close the door behind us.
Yeah, there can't be anything worse than that
Okay,
frog.
so you're going to go up to the gates and open it?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Inside is another frog.
Where's my baby? Oh, no! I played games before and how games work.
Okay, you place the key in the gate and you turn it and it clicks and you can see again that there are beautiful runes and frescoes and there are again like similar pictograms from before, and as the doors open the space inside seems pitch black for there is no windows.
Light!
And you cast the light spell?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Ooh.
Check it out.
how does it manifest for you?
Sorry?
How does it manifest?
Glowing anvil.
Alright, so Chesterfield walks forward with Chesterfield's
sofa.
Yeah, sort of glowing
name, please.
anvil. And then
I like anvils.
The boy likes anvils.
you descend 3 steps and it opens into a room and you can see that there is a small ledge and then a sudden drop. So it's a good thing you didn't walk through or say pole vault through without checking. And your ledge faces another ledge on the far side, 20 feet away, and where there is again a relief of a frog sitting on a lily pad with its tentacles up in sort of a meditative pose. There are
Like a statue, do you mean? Or
no, it's again a beautiful fresco.
Oh, cool.
Did you just leave that corpse of that teen just floating face down in the water?
No,
covered
still strapped to me.
No. The rope's
No,
the rope's got digested. It's just floating in the water.
Covered in frog mucus.
Yeah, and
It's
bits of
what he
sick-
wanted. He told me before.
Let's not forget, he was part of a death cult.
Yeah.
And so he achieved his death.
Yeah.
And on the far side, you can see a ledge. And on that ledge, you can see a pedestal. And on that pedestal, you can see what seems to be a small, intricately carved cube.
The green grass grows around and around.
However,
the cube.
20 feet of almost nothing span out between you, except for thin wooden beams about
I run across.
4 feet across, away from each other. So you would need to jump past 4 of them to get all the way
Yep,
across.
I do it.
This is exactly like Survivor.
Make a DC 12 dexterity saving. Oh no, not dexterity saving. Sorry, make a DC 12 dexterity.
You want this one?
Wait, you say? Oh, yeah.
D20, yeah.
18
plus 7 acrobatics or 7 dexterity.
That's enough to jump half the way across. Make another one.
17 plus 7.
So it would take most people at least 4 jumps, but Bobby, boing, 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 jumps in 2.
Does he say boing, boing, boing in a really bored way when he does it?
No, he just holds up one hand doing like this behind the Chesterfield.
The moment your foot leaves the first beam, it starts to descend down. So it's actually, every time you use one of these beams, they descend into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
But you were so quick that you already actually got to the other side, and soon you were standing on the ledge in front of the stone dais. And on it, as I said, is a cube just sitting there in front of you.
I do a quick investigation check.
Okay, great. 16 is enough. Okay, you notice 2 things. One is that the reliefs of frogs all over the fresco, there are actually small pinpoint holes in every frog's mouth all the way across the back relief. And you can also see that there seems to be some kind of mechanism attached to the pedestal. It seems like it can descend down or raise up a little bit.
I convey this information across the chasm. Any ideas?
Oh, yes. I know about these in my research. Those holes are about the glory of the frogs.
You said they were pinpricks?
Sorry? Yes, the glory holes is what they call them. And in my research into holes, we spoke about this yesterday. You need to put your dick in the hole.
Okay, thank you. Dave, did you say that, so the pinpricks, what height are they at?
So there's like 200 frogs on this fresco,
Yep.
all watching of the frog behemoth in the center. And every one of them, in the center of its mouth, there is like a pinhole prick.
Okay, and that's just on one wall, and then there's the
No. These carvings go all the way around the room. So presumably, there's 200 in front of you, but presumably all of the frogs that go along the sides as well have holes in their mouth.
Okay, I think it shoots stuff.
Yeah, I think it shoots stuff too.
But if it goes floor to ceiling, floor to ceiling, like the whole height of the thing, is there do they start?
It's about 10, 15 feet up.
Wait, so the frogs are up high on the wall?
So there's a pattern, there's a mosaic pattern, almost like a tile of frog faces, and every frog's face has a hole where it's
Yeah, where's it pointing though? Like, what's the
where's it
danger
pointing?
zone?
Oh, like a grid of like.
But it's not pointing down.
No.
On all the walls, but it would all be pointing that way.
Most of them,
towards us.
yeah. Basically, at any given time in this room, about 10 of them would be facing you.
Wait, so we have one puzzle cube. Right?
Okay, wait. I got a plan.
Okay.
I've got a rope. I've got my rope with me.
Yep.
I tie the rope around the pedestal.
Okay.
I tie the other end to my waist, and I grab the cube and leap.
I am
off
getting out of
the
the way.
ledge.
I'm going to lie down on the ground.
So, you grab the...
And in swift movement, like hurl myself off the ledge.
Okay, so you do it with one action. So the moment you grab it, the delicately counterweighted pedestal starts to rise up as the weight leaves it. And as you do that, with a hissing sound, gas starts to come out of frog's mouth as you jump quickly onto the first of the platforms.
Why just jump down?
He's just dangling like a little idiot.
I'm just dangling.
Jumped into the hole.
That's less useful. No, the gas rises. So the gas fills the room. The rest of you have time to run back if
Depends
you
on
want.
the
I
gas.
want to get outside. I don't want no gas.
Okay.
Yeah, we all run.
I leave with the light. These guys,
Okay.
the light comes with me.
So you're left hanging from the rope, and you can smell suddenly a sizzling of burning fibers, and you realize that this gas is slightly acidic and is starting to burn its way through the rope.
Bobby, how are you doing in there?
Okay, I swing
you're about 10 feet down on the side of the ledge.
Okay, I swing myself to the ledge and kick.
You kick off, you could maybe grab one of the beams.
Okay, yeah, I kick off and try and swing back up and grab onto the beam.
All right, so because there's not a lot of perches, there's not a lot of kicking space. So you do 18. You grab onto a beam.
You're rolling so well, Simon. I mean that.
You're holding onto the beam, and the hissing gas is now well overhead, and you realize below you, yawning below now, sharp stakes that have been laid out that seem to glisten with a kind of oil on them. The floor is all stakes.
If only I had an immovable rod. Anyway,
what?
That's just a random thought Bobby had when he remember when he used to have an immovable rod in the first season. So I'm on a platform.
No, you are holding on to a very thin pole that you've probably managed to grab, even though it's very smooth. And there is gas above you and spikes below you.
Oh, this is a bad situation.
Yeah, glad not me.
If only you had some friends that would help you.
It's a bad scene. Has everybody left?
Well, we're kind of just at the doorway, I guess.
Okay, as I pull as much slack of the rope that I've got taut to me and cut, so that I've got a
And as you do it, you hear a sizzle and snap, and the rope actually gives way. And as you pull it out, you see that the end of it has rotten through.
And so so it's a horizontal pole.
Also, at this point, you realize that the gas has now filled the top space and isn't going to keep going further down. So you're actually, it's just above the poles. It's a problem.
Okay.
How gas works.
Yeah, well,
magic gas.
Oh, magic gas.
So yeah, the gas not going. The gas isn't going anywhere.
Not this far down. You're at 10 feet down.
10 feet down. And how much to the bottom? How far?
Another 15.
And how much rope do I have now?
You have about, I guess you have about 15 feet.
Okay, so I tie it to the pole and lower myself down.
All right, you lower yourself down gingerly, and you've got a rope, so it's fine. And soon you are standing amongst the stakes. You can see a skeleton down here of some kind of priest of the Froghemoth that
Has he
failed
got
in his trials.
any good treasure on him?
He has, yes, a pewter pendant that has a symbol of a Froghemoth, and on its reverse a crane with an X crossed through it. And you
just a crossed out crane.
No.
Yes.
And he also has some beads that look interesting wrapped around his bony wrist.
Okay.
Are they on a string or are they in a
They're
loop?
on a string.
Oh, just beads on a string.
Yep.
Cool.
Is that
like a bracelet?
Yeah. But it's just on like a length of.
They're not anal beads.
Okay, I'm just saying if they got. I was wondering if they got bigger as they. That's fine. Yeah. Cool.
They're not.
And as soon as you let go of the beam, it starts to descend down into the pit, and soon it goes down all the way down to the floor.
Okay. Wait, the beam?
Yeah. So every time weight goes on a beam, if it leaves, they go down.
Like in Mario.
Wait, but
pyramid levels.
I'm on the ground.
All the beams are like this, right?
And boing, I'm fine.
it goes, oh.
No. So it's like, boing, I'm fine.
Yep.
Boing.
Oh, now I'm retracting all the way into the ground.
Mario.
Yeah.
Like Mario.
But am I on the floor?
Yeah. So it retracted past you.
Okay. I look down the hole.
No, it's flush with the ground.
Oh. So I stand on it?
All right. At this point, you hear Baston's voice.
Hello.
Hi, Baston.
Have I had time to have a rest, Dave? From the last frog?
Not just yet. No.
All right,
What do we? You need some help? Yes.
okay?
Want me to throw rope?
I got rope. We got
Yeah,
rope.
we got rope.
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, why didn't you ask? I called like a minute ago and said, "How's it going?" You didn't say anything.
Yeah, we thought silence meant good.
We can tie the rope to this anvil.
Great idea.
Okay, so the room is still full of. You're gonna have to run through the acidic fog, and you're gonna have very little time before the rope dies.
Okay. Yep.
You want to wrap this tent around you?
Yeah, chuck down some canvas.
All right, I throw down my tent sheet.
Okay, the canvas goes down.
Okay, I crawl back up with the canvas.
You call that what?
Wait, have they pulled me up on the rope?
No,
So I tossed my canvas down.
I've
so
just
you can
thrown
wrap-
a tent into
Why
the
don't
pit,
we
so I
wrap
guess you can live there now.
No, it's so you can wrap it around you and stay safe from acid.
Do we think the gas is flammable?
Don't do a fireball.
No, I can't. I don't have any spell slots, but it would go
In
up.
5
The
minutes,
fire
if
would go up.
you had 5 minutes to rest, then
No, because I could cast a.
Why don't we throw the rope into the hole?
Yeah,
I
so
bet
it's-
let me
obviously
climb
hang
up.
to one end of it.
And you'd have to be ready to pull him up. Like,
Yeah, we're ready. Okay,
We're ready.
We're throwing a rope down.
And some canvas.
I've already thrown the
Okay,
canvas
I've got the
down.
canvas.
Did you get the canvas?
Yes, I've got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great. So you throw the rope down, and you have to move very quickly up this rope, and you have to.
Well,
go
can you pull me up?
Yeah, I'm pulling real quick.
Okay, so it's with
Are
advantage.
you hanging on to it?
They're helping. Make a dexterity. No, just Bobby with advantage because they're helping.
That's a 1. And
Wait, but he's a fancy boy.
And that is a
6.
6.
Plus
6.
Okay, you start.
I'm just holding on as they like pull me up, right?
Yeah. But they got to pull you up 15 feet. So they start to pull you up through. You rolled a 6, did you?
Yep. So plus what is it? Dexterity?
Yeah.
That's a 10.
All right. So you make your way up. But you are sort of ungainly, and it's not very easy for them to get up. You're not being very gracious in this moment.
Okay.
And soon the rope starts to fray, and you realize as you get to about 3 feet below the lip that the rope is about to snap again.
What is the cliff face made out of?
It's kind of uneven stone slabs.
Okay, so slabs. So I wedge my sword into one of the gaps between the slabs.
Yep.
As a
Okay, quick, making a athletics check for me.
10
plus 4. That does it. All right, so
Okay.
you manage to wedge to your side, and the rope is destroyed, whoever's rope that was.
They fall on their bottoms. They
Yeah.
would. They would fall on their bottoms.
Oh, yeah, right.
And somebody can pull Bobby out, but they're going to have to go through the gas now.
I'll do it.
I'll
have
do
any
it.
hit points,
I'll
do
do
you?
it.
I've got 18 now.
Okay.
Oh, you got more. Oh, great.
I got
Okay,
healed.
so you walk your way through, make a DC 12 Constitution save for me.
12.
12, yep, you make it, and so you actually are able to get through quickly enough without holding your breath, and swaddled in his little
canvas,
swaddled. Which is probably why you were being so ungracious. You grab Bobby just 3 feet down and haul him up along the side in his hand, clutching a puzzle cube as you emerge, and congratulations, you can now take the second of the puzzle cubes, which you have the first, and Bobby has the second for you.
I call dibs. Dibs that for mine.
And
we're going to lose this wager.
As it seems that the second of 9 shrines has fallen to the Dragon Friends, and 7 presumably remain. With Chesterfield at their side, it seems that anything is possible. They could die by frog, by spike, perhaps even by gas. Literally anything. Will the Dragon Friends make their way out of Omu, or down below to the treasures and secrets that are contained therein, or will the Company of the Yellow Banner find their way first? And what of Justin the Terrible, the Warlock, who has promised 1,000 years of night? Such is the will of Dendar, the Night Serpent, and the evil guard of black warlocks that now do his bidding. For the answers to questions such as these, tune in to the 3rd week and 3rd episode of Dragon Friends. Thank you! Big hand of applause for our special guest, Jordan Rascopoulos!